was a pretty soft interview, wasn't it? Out to an American audience. Apparently Meghan made cookies and got all her friends and the kids involved to make cookies for the entire audience and crew there. We learnt this week, didn't we, from the crew on the Netflix series that, she bought an ice cream van to come and serve them all ice cream for the day, which was reminiscent of one of the things she apparently did at Kensington Palace, although that somewhat backfired, according to the Sussex survivors, who said she didn't allow any of the Cambridge, as they were at the time, any of their staff to be served. So I think she wants us to see her with these, being very generous, being easy to work with, and counter those claims of bullying and Duchess difficult.
After you didn't watch it, did you?
No, I didn't watch it. And everything she says, I think it's all sort of over the top. It never sounds sincere to me, who talks about your husband like that all the time, and I don't know, she just seems to be trying to sort of prove herself all the time, and I don't think I'm interested in that, no.
Fine. Well, there is an argument that by appearing on Apple Radio, Apple Music, by appearing on Netflix, it keeps members of the royal family relevant, or keeps them in the relevant sphere and opens them up to different audiences. So we've done a poll this week of Sun readers that have all logged on, and we've asked them who they think are the most relevant royals. So we have the answers. I'm not sure if this will surprise you or not, but let me just go and see. So who is the most relevant royal? Only 8% said it was Harry and Meghan. 15% said King Charles and Queen Camilla, but a whopping 77% said William and Catherine as the most relevant royal. What do you think about that, Arthur?
Well, the thing is, William and Catherine are the future, and the fact that they're a young couple with a young family, and they both look great together, and the fact that they're busy, and Catherine's over her cancer and they're back again. I mean, I'm not surprised about that. I mean, you think about the King, and the Queen, they're kind of, their role's pretty much restricted now. I mean, he can't go anywhere now without, it's all official, and if he goes overseas now, it's all going to be official, state visits and everything. I don't know if it's a surprise to anyone. I mean, if I voted in it, I'd think it was the King and Queen, because I think he's been fantastic. But that's me, and that's my age group. Young people, they think Catherine's like a superstar, which she is, and William is, and they look so good together, and their children are good, and everything about them's great, and the fact that they get involved in everybody's, life, mental health, and all these worthwhile causes. I think, of course, I'm not surprised at that.
But 8% for Harry and Meghan.
Oh,
guys, should we do ourselves out of a job? Should we not be talking about them?
I'm surprised it's that high, actually. 8%. I would have thought much more at 2%, but then that's how, if I would vote, I wouldn't even consider them.
I mean, I think if you look at all of the popularity polls as well here in the UK, they are right down at the bottom. I think only Prince Andrew comes beneath them in those polls. If you'd done this polling at the time of their wedding, you'd have had an entirely different result, because hopes were so high that this couple could be the relevant, more modern face of the monarchy. So, I mean, it's no surprise to me that they're there, and that William and Catherine, as the kind of younger working royals, are right at the top. I think we have to remember some of the work, though, that the King and the Queen do, which is really relevant. The work that Camilla has been doing about domestic violence, the work that the King has been doing for a very, very long time on climate change and the environment, wasn't seen as relevant when he first started it.
Well,
It was seen as being completely mad.